there's a few words that I've been wanting to say for many years. And, well, this day has been a very long time coming, hasn't it? 11 years. 11 long, long years we've waited.
Me and my wife would like to formally welcome you all to our celebration here today. Amy will hate me for drawing attention to her right now, but I just want to say prematurely how gorgeous you look today. I'm going to talk about her later. Of course, I think that every day, but today is special. So they said this would never happen, as you've obviously reiterated. Anyone knows us that we don't like to rush things, and today is a testament to that. But it isn't just a celebration of us tying the knot, but the coming together of our families and friends who have made the biggest impact on our lives.
I remember when Alex and Amy first met. They were both at uni, not at the same uni, but close enough to socialise. Alex was on a year's placement at MWS and living back home for a while. He'd gone up to visit his uni friends, and one weekend he met Amy on a night out. I don't know what happened that night, and I definitely don't want to know. But by the time he got back home, he was well and truly smitten. At this stage, there were 150 miles between them, and he was doubtful that a long-distance relationship was on the cards, having only just met her. But I persuaded him to make a big effort to make it work. He must have done a good job, as here they are, albeit 11 years later, they finally got there.
First of all, I would like to thank my mum and dad for being so supportive, so generous, and so loving during my childhood, my teenage years, and now as I attempt to be an adult. I couldn't have asked for a better childhood. You always encouraged me to try new things, but never pushed me into anything I didn't want to do. You always actively supported me in my hobbies and interests, and my goal to become a world-famous rock star. 2 more years or so, and I'll be there. You both always worked hard to give Eliza and I the best upbringing, but you also both taught me the value of always doing the right thing, respect for others, and having love and respect for nature, which I hold very close to my heart, and so does Amy. And although we don't always agree, I hope that I've made you as proud as I am to have you as my parents. There we go. I now want to thank Amy's mum, Elaine, for making me feel very much at home when I moved up here, for the egg and chips, the cups of tea, fixing my torn jeans, and for raising such an amazing daughter. And although we don't always agree, you've still welcomed me into the family with open arms and put up in my cheeks, so thank you. I now want to thank my 2 best men, Wally and Mark. You guys have been in my life for so long now that I can't remember a time when we weren't friends. Some of the best times of my life was on the road touring in our awful, awful band. But I wouldn't change it for the world, and after the band disbanded, we didn't as friends. You guys have always stuck by me, even when I went to university and you guys moved away.
I remember when we were invited up to Birmingham for Sunday lunch, probably 7 years ago, in a lovely country pub. Alex's sister and her family came too. We'd briefly met Elaine, but we hadn't met Amy's dad, Brian. We thought, yeah, this is it. They're announcing their engagement. And we were all excited, put on our best clothes, etc. We sat around the table and checked for a ring on Amy's finger, but no. The drinks came, the roast beef arrived, was devoured and digested. Another round of drinks arrived, the puddings came and went, nothing. Then Alex piped up, "It was really great seeing you all. Thanks for coming." I can't remember who said, "You're not announcing your engagement then?" To which Alex blushed, got a bit flustered, and Amy roared with laughter. Amy's dad said, "What? I've got clean pants and socks and taken an extra heart pill today."
So here we are, 2 houses, 4 cars, and many, many cats. We have already built such a lovely life together, and we have so many more plans to make. things to do and adventures ahead of us. I am so proud of all you have accomplished and all you have done and continue to do for us. I can't wait to grow old with you and share every memory we plan and make. I hope you have a wonderful day. See you there, Amy. I, Alexander, take thee, Amy, to be my wedded wife.
I, Amy, take thee, Alexander, to be my wedded husband.
Marriage is not something that just happens. A good marriage must be created. In marriage, the little things are the big things. It's never being too old to hold hands. It's remembering to say, I love you, at least once a day. It's never going to sleep angry. It is at no time taking the other for granted. The courtship should not end with the honeymoon, it should continue through the years. It is having a mutual sense of values and common objectives. It is standing together, facing the world. It is forming a circle of love that gathers the whole family. It is doing things for each other, not in the attitude of duty or sacrifice, but in the spirit of joy. It is speaking words of appreciation and demonstrating gratitude in thoughtful ways, like laminating speech. It is not looking for perfection in each other. It is cultivating flexibility, patience and understanding, and a sense of humour. It is having the capacity to forgive and forget. It is giving each other an atmosphere in which each can grow old. It is a common search for the good and the beautiful. It is establishing a relationship in which the independence is equal, dependence is mutual, and the obligation is reciprocal. It is not only marrying the right partner, it is being the right partner.
I give you this ring as a sign of our marriage and a symbol of our love. I pledge to you my love and friendship. I promise to care for you and to support and comfort you. I will love you and honour you all the days of my life.
I give you this ring as a sign of our marriage and a symbol of our love. I pledge to you my love and friendship. I promise to care for you and to support and comfort you. I will love and honour you all the days of my life.
It therefore gives me great pleasure to be able to pronounce that you are lawfully husband and wife. Congratulations to you both. You may now seal the marriage with a kiss.
I also really want to thank my sister Eliza. You're one of the funniest people I know, and you're a fantastic mum, and you do a great rendition of the Brummie accent, which I'm sure there are plenty of people here today who will be dying to hear that later on tonight. But even though you're younger than me, you've always stood up for me at school and in the post-school years. And although we don't always agree, I promise I will always be there to do the same for you and support you as best I can. Don't worry about it. So this is the tough part. So it's a fact of life that at nearly every family event there's going to be someone missing. Someone who was there but is now no longer with us. Life is cruel like that, but I'm a big believer in the idea that you can't have the good without the bad. If we all lived forever and everything was perfect, days like today wouldn't mean as much to us. We very recently lost our Uncle Dave, and I know he would have loved to have been here today. Doing his Saturday night. Doing his Saturday Night Fever impression on the dance floor. But the person who mainly deserves to be here today is Amy's dad. If I start crying, I won't stop. So. was Amy's dad, Brian. I think for those who knew him, all know that we've been denied one hell of a Father of the Bride speech.
We'll say it from one.
You did a great job, don't worry. But he would have absolutely ripped it into me. Probably for preferring Canon cameras over Nikon. I remember him muttering to himself, "Oh well, nobody's perfect." But there's one thing I know for sure. Is that he would be so proud, Amy, of the woman you've become, where you are in your career, and how beautiful you look. Right, Amy doesn't need looking after, but I promised him I would do my best, and I will. I'm very honoured to be wearing his infamous Breitling watch today in memory of him. So for those who don't know, Brian loved his whiskey. So what we have on your tables is whiskey from his own personal collection. And I hope those who are able will please stand and join me in a toast. To Brian, Uncle Dave, and absent friends. Horrible stuff. There you go, Brian. You contributed to the wedding. You didn't get away with it. The way I feel about Amy is hard to put into words, so I've written a poem about it. I haven't actually. So when writing this, I asked myself, is Amy the girl of my dreams? Is Amy a rebellious, promiscuous punk girl covered in tattoos? No, she's not. Amy is better than that. Amy is better than that because she's real. I've never had to be someone else for you to love me. I'm completely free to be myself. Your unrelenting logical mind, combined with your fiery imagination, makes every day I spend with you an absolute joy. While I live relentlessly in the real world, you're the dreamer, the doer, the one who makes exciting things happen. I just tidy up behind you. Sometimes prematurely to your annoyance. That's the way we just run our house.
Now I want to try something if I may, but to do this I need Mark to stand up. So Mark, just stand up for a second here. Now, I remember when Alex told us about Amy. It's about all I remember really. I don't actually remember what he said, but I do remember when we met her. She was a very kind and attentive person, and she was always interested in what to say, no matter what would come out of our mouth. So with that in mind, I can understand why Amy and Alex work so well together. Now, this is not the first time I've delivered a best man speech. I actually did it with Mark here. During that time, I actually got him to stand up for no reason. And I want to try and do that again if I could. So Mark, you can sit down now, mate. Cheers for that. But it goes without saying that I wish the very best of luck to Amy and my best friend. So one more time, guys, just if you can, please stand and give a toast to the happy couple.
And what a match they found in each other. Both with the kindest hearts and souls, both highly principled and honourable. Our precious boys finally found the perfect partner in Amy, and we couldn't be more delighted to welcome her to our crazy and extensive family. So please raise a glass to the most perfect couple, even though they took their sweet time. To Alex and Amy.
Without you, I'm not much, but together we leave our mark on history. When I've had a really tough day and I'm contemplating my life choices, you're the one that shows me that everything is going to be okay. And now that your last name is mine, I don't feel any difference. That's because ever since I first told you that I loved you, I have done with every fibre of who I am. But while we don't always agree, I'm glad that you chose me to share our weird little world together, and I love you so much. I'm excited for what the future holds for us and the cats. So could everyone please join me in a toast to my wife, Amy. To Amy.